public safety issues, lawsuits and things like that. Let me say that I think that it would be in their best interest for us to, when you said those retreats and training and things like that, this is kind of a tough pill to swallow, but part of our public safety is to make sure that our staff are safe. And we need to start making sure that we support all of our staff and making sure that the directors and the individuals understand that we have policies and everybody needs to follow those policies. And one side should not be.
You're done.
Get it.
One and done, Bishop Guillory. No, 1 minute for closed session.
Okay, now do we reconvene?
Move to closed session.
I need a motion to convene to closed session.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Madam City Clerk, roll call.
Conference.
Conference with legal counsel, existing litigation. Pursuant to Government Code Section 54954.5 and 54956.9D1, Craig J. Cornwell versus the City of Compton, case number 22 STCV 07996.
Councilmember Duhart,
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer,
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers,
Here, yes.
Councilmember Darden,
Yes.
Mayor Sharif.
Yes,
At 4:35, you adjourn to
closed
closed
session.
session.
Okay, thank you. Madam City Clerk? Motion to reconvene?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Duhart,
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer.
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers.
Yes.
Councilmember Darden. Mayor Sharif.
Yes.
You can reconvene at 5:34 PM.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. There's no reportable action that was taken.
Now we move to a PowerPoint presentation regarding AB 413, presented by City Engineer Jack Gong.
Honorable Mayor and the council members, I am Jack Gong, the city engineer. Today, I'll be presenting an important initiative that enhances pedestrian safety and driver visibility in our community, the implementation of California's daylighting law, Assembly Bill 413. This law standardizes parking distance rules statewide, and Compton is taking proactive steps to align our local enforcement with it. Historically, California law didn't specify how close a car could park to a stop sign or crosswalks. Our local municipal code filled that gap with its own rules. However, AB 413 now provides consistent statewide guidance. National and state studies show that many collisions and near misses occur at intersections with obstructed sightlines. Implementing this law will directly reduce those risks and make our intersections safer. AB 413 took effect statewide on January 1st, 2025. It prohibits parking within 20 feet of any crosswalk or 15 feet if there is a curb extension, even if the curb isn't painted red. The intent is simple: to make pedestrians visible to drivers before they step into the street. The City of Compton's implementation of AB 413 will directly support California's Vision Zero goal of reducing pedestrian injuries and fatalities. Our municipal code already aligns closely with the new law. Section 12-3.4 prohibits parking within 20 feet of a safety zone, and Section 12-3.5 prohibits parking within 25 feet of a crosswalk and 30 feet of an intersection. To improve public understanding, the city plans to paint red curbs at these locations. This makes the law visible, easy to follow, and reduces confusion or complaints from residents. This slide shows the difference. On the left, before AB 413, vehicles are parked close to the crosswalk, blocking visibilities. On the right, after AB 413, the first 20 feet are kept clear, creating a daylighted zone that improves sight distance. These changes especially benefit children, seniors, and people using mobility devices. Better visibility means safer intersections and fewer accidents. The city plans to begin the citywide curb painting program in January 2026, followed by full enforcement. Parking enforcement in Compton is managed jointly by our Community Improvement Department and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. The current citation amount for parking violation, including AB 413 violations, is $90. For transparency, residents can review citation payment and appeal policy at pticket.com/Compton. In summary, implementing AB 413 in Compton is a proactive, practical step toward safer street. By improving visibility, enhancing enforcement consistency, and making parking rules clearer for everyone, we are strengthening the safety and the livability of our city. Thank you.
Madam Mayor, now we move.
Thank you, Jack.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation.
Madam Mayor and Council, before we move further, again, we thank the city engineer for that presentation, and just to call to your attention as well as the public. Our next step in this process, we are going to be bringing on a vendor to assist us with those curb paintings. In conjunction with that, we're going to be putting out an RFP for a parking study. And our primary focus in that parking study is to evaluate strategies within our city to assist us with some of the permitted parking districts that there has been a concern from numerous citizens about implementing in areas of the city that they do not currently exist. In conjunction with that, we're also going to evaluate bringing back meters in some of the commercial areas in our city. So that RFP is going to be coming forward very soon. And I believe on next week, we're going to be bringing forward an item to you that's going to be additional street markings to the tune of nearly $2 million that will address the missing markings in terms of street signs and et cetera that has been a complaint of many citizens for quite some time. So we're making significant progress in resolving the issues that have been brought to your council. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. Are there any questions or concerns from the council regarding the presentation? Thank you. Madam City Clerk.
Now we move to public comments on agenda and non-agenda matters.
Thank you. The first speaker is Bishop Guillory.
Madam Mayor, City Council, and other public officials, I rise today to show my support for agenda item 6. It is our emergency operations plan for the city. This plan came before the Public Safety Commission. I'm the chair of that commission, and we looked through the manual, which is larger than yesterday's or old days phone book. It's very, Yeah, a lot of people don't even know what a phone book is. Anyway, it was very comprehensive, but more importantly, it meets all of the FEMA, all of the state and county regulations for safety. The only thing that I would like to bring to the table, which was a part of our agenda last night, was the emergency drills that we have become a little bit lax after COVID that needs to take place for the employees to remain safe. And the only other thing is to request that the council revisit the ordinance with regards to the tow trucks in the city of Compton so that we can do something about our street takeovers. Many of the seizures that you've seen in other cities is because they have the ability to confiscate over 100 cars for 30 days, which would bring a very nice donation to the city, while at the same time, it would give these young people that are taking over the streets a little thing called 30 days to think. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next speaker is Shirley Gillian. Gideon, she left. No, she left. The next speaker is Diane Rogers.
Hello, council. I already had addressed this to the staff over there about the parking in my neighborhood. It's really, really bad, and we need some consistency with the neighbors because of my disability. I can barely get in my driveway sometime because they always blocking it. And my husband would like to get he feels better getting off on the curb, and I can't get to the curb.
What she's saying, I'm a neighbor, and he prefers to get out at the curb. He feels safe because the drop into the driveway is too far. And so I'm retired, so when she comes home from the doctor with her husband, she has to come knock on my door for me to help her. If she's not at the curb, he won't get out the car at the driveway. And if I wasn't retired and I was a regular working person like everybody else, she'd be in trouble. So she sits out there for one time for like 45 minutes to an hour, waiting on somebody to help her get him out the car because she can't do it. And he's disabled. They both disabled. So I'm one of those good neighbors that she comes knock on my door at 9 o'clock in the morning, 10, whatever time she get back from the doctors, and I have to assist her. And he knows me, and he know I ain't gonna drop him, but just think of when I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? So she's trying to get a handicap in front of her house because he's not getting out that car in the driveway. He ain't. He's scared because he's failed a couple of times. I went over there one time to get him off the ground because she can't do it. You know, so she's going through a lot. And there was a car parked in front of her house, like she said. It sticks out in front of her driveway. So she can't get in or out. And then there's another car behind it. The parking, everybody knows it. It's bad. And people come to our neighborhood, drop their cars off, get in the car, and leave. We don't even know where they live at. And they do it at night. And on street sweeper days, forget it. It's game over because there's only one side of the street now. And I feel so sorry for her. She really do need to help bad, real bad. He's not getting out that car in the driveway because he failed a couple of times. And she's, you know, he's frail already. I mean, with this parking stuff, man, I'm sorry, but it's gonna get worse. If you guys could do something to help her, I'm helping her.
First, let me thank you for actually coming and helping and speaking out for her. I believe you came here last week, and you spoke about this as well. So, Mr. City Manager, could you get the address and everything so they can actually really have someone go and check that out in regards to that? See whether or not we can actually implement a handicap parking place there for. I know they will not resolve the issue because even though you may have a handicap parking spot, other people in the area can still use it. And so, but we at least will have them to check it out and see how we can address that. Okay? Thank you. Dare County?
3 minutes.
Okay.
Again, you know, since I had mines, and there's a lot of people, they respect that handicap when they see it. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a weekend, yeah, you're going to probably have an issue then. But most of the time during the week, I haven't seen anybody park in mines, you know. But I had one guy, because he said my sign is fake. He think I did it. It just says handicap. They don't have nothing, no $250 fine, none of that stuff. He thought I did it. He thought I went to Home Depot and came home and did it myself. So what I'm saying is I need to get that sign changed as well, because I don't want no problems out there.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is Ms. Holbrook still here? No. Okay. Abrilla? Abril.
Hello. Good afternoon, City Council. Abril Villanueva, District 2. I'm here to request a full and independent investigation into the actions taken by Bishop J.L. Guillory. I believe his actions in the past months have raised serious concern under the City of Compton Charter, Article 12, Section 1101, and warrant corrective action in accordance with the Charter and applicable law. The standard of issue, City Charter Article 12, Section 1101, requests civil service members and appointed officials to conduct themselves with the highest level of civility and decorum. I believe Bishop Guillory's actions fall short of the standards and undermine public confidence in municipal governance. He has threatened Latino and undocumented communities with immigration SAR. He has declared a state of emergency without proper authorization or basis, raising concerns about procedural compliance and hierarchy of authority. And my favorite part was that he quit and then reinstated himself back into the commission. And of course, you guys are very familiar with this because I have sent emails and I have submitted this information at various times. I have made public comments. So I hope that you guys have an independent investigation. Today, I have submitted that to the city attorney. The city managers were familiar with this because he has been CC'd with this, and I know he's a strong supporter of the city charter. So I hope that we bring this energy into this investigation and we think about what kind of image we want to give into LA County, because how can a commissioner call for a state of emergency without you guys' permission? How do you think other people look at you when your own commissioner goes behind your back and does that? It's unheard of. And I have talked to other government officials, and they're shocked. So as the mayor elections approach, I hope we see the strong leadership, and you yourselves demand respect, because it's unacceptable for a city commissioner to declare a state of emergency on our city. That's embarrassing. So I hope we reclaim the respect for you guys, the respect for the community that you represent, and the respect that we all deserve in the city of Compton. Thank you very much.
The next speaker is Mr. Kinsey.
Good afternoon. I'd like to say glad to see everyone here. First of all, I'd like to tell the city manager, thank you on the corner of Greenleaf and Santa Fe. We have some strips there, is stopping the driver from doing 65 degrees turnaround in the middle of the street. I'd like to thank him for working on Wilmington. Wilmington is looking so much better now, and that's a blessing. Look how long that street been looking like that. Everybody's been complaining, but I'm here to tell you thank you for what you've been doing. And I do ride around just to check, and I was surprised to hear about the supermarket is coming. That's another blessing. And it's nice to see good things sometimes. And if you don't tell people how things are looking, they'll never know. So once again, that is beautiful. And I have another little concern about on the corner of Temple and Caldwell. Thank you for the fence, but it's a lot of seniors want to know, can we put a walkway for them so they can walk around there? We have lights there. How come we can't turn them on at night? That'll lighten up the place, because we have some business going on across the street, so some people be parked right there. So we want to make Compton look beautiful. That'll be a beautiful thing to do. A long time ago, it used to be one there. So it'll be nice to bring it back, get the grass green just like Kelly Park. The reason I'm saying that, you have more traffic come down Long Beach Boulevard than by Kelly Park. So if we're gonna make our city look good, we gotta start doing this little flowers, green grass, a place for the seniors can go sit down and enjoy themselves of Compton. So that'll be something else that we can think about to make our city look much better. And once again, whenever the supermarket comes, it's going to be a blessing, because it's been a disaster that most of the people have to go to another city. That will bring money back into Compton again. That's what we need to have. If we don't have a place to go shopping, this money we have going to go to Long Beach, yes, Carson, and Lakewood. So if we don't have nothing to bring nobody in, the city is not going to ever improve. But once again, thank you for on the corner of Santa Fe and Greenleaf, because they was really tearing that streets up. They was tearing that streets up good. And what it's doing now is knocking them down little by little. And I know it takes time. This don't happen overnight. Like I said before, when the city manager got here, this place was already in bad condition. I mean, in bad condition. And you're not going to have a black man like that is doing the job that he's doing.
Mark Smith.
Greetings, council. Wow. Regarding the traffic, if you're traveling eastbound on Alondra between Central and Wilmington, as I've stated a while ago, you have traffic backed up because there are islands there that you can make a U-turn on. We have no signage that says no left turn. So they back traffic up. This is near the airport. People just stop. And as you know, we have that 1 mile thoroughfare in between Central and Wilmington. There's no lights. It's just islands. Causes a traffic problem. I'd like the council to consider to have no U-turns. You have to run all the way up to Wilmington. Because you're causing a backlog in traffic. Another question regarding item 6, AEDs. We got the AEDs. We didn't do any training. We've asked for that. I don't know how many city managers ago. Thank you, Mr. Hopkins, for finally appropriating those AEDs, but our our training is lacking in that area for employees as well as residents, how to use the equipment that we have posted on the wall. We used to not even have it. State mandates it. In fact, it's a mandate that every public building have those, but we need training. Again, I pointed out we have signage on Alondra that says street sweeping. I have the pictures here. Doesn't tell you what day the streets are being swept. There's 2 of them before Aprilla. Don't have the, it says street sweeping from 5 to no, it says no parking from 5 to 7. Doesn't tell you the day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day. What day are these signs? How are we able, to comprehend that? And again, some of you may think, some of the actions, I'm jumping all around here, but yes, there's some anger with me, and I'm sure with the community. And I don't mean in a negative sense, because anger is fuel. And it's fuel for us to pay attention to what's happening in our community. And not rage, but anger. And I'm fueled with anger on where our city is going, what we are doing, and where's our allegiance to our city.
The next speaker is Craig Henry.
My name is Craig Henry. I'm a resident of Compton for a long time now, and I do not plan to be put out tonight. But I did read something, and it's very interesting to me, in the rules of decorum. It says, all remarks shall be addressed to the agency as a body and as a whole, and not to any single member unless that representative asks them a specific question. Now, I'm man enough to apologize when I'm wrong. I don't keep doing it. I just do it and keep it pushing. I apologized to the lady last week for me asking her to shut up. But I look in that little corner over there, and they have told every member on there that dais to shut up. They've talked about your families. They said you're up there illegally, all of that. But not one of them realizes that you're still up there and has apologized for their erroneous actions. I'm man enough to stand up for myself and my city, and I've said it on several occasions. The positions you all hold on that dais, you just are owed a certain level of respect just because the title council, mayor, city manager, city clerk, city attorney, that comes with a certain level of respect to the city. And I look at this little corner over here, every week for the last 7 years, they've been saying the same thing. And if you don't like it, run for office. Oops, you did before. See, I can throw shots real hard. But my point is, when you're wrong, admit it, keep it pushing. Every time this little group gets up, they're demeaning our city. They're demeaning our council. You need to look at yourself and stop saying what's so wrong and what can you do to help. That's all I'm saying. I found out I was wrong. I apologized. How many in that corner over there would get up and apologize? Not one, because you haven't done it in 7 years. Don't come for me when I'm not here. Come for me when I'm here, because I hold my own with the best of them. Thank you, Mayor and Council.
The next speaker is Lynn Bone.
Lynn Bone, City of Compton. I am so proud of the people that are now paying attention to the charter. I'm going to read to you 601 of the charter, which is powers vested in the City Council. All powers of the city shall be vested in the City Council. subject to the provisions of this charter and to the Constitution of the State of California. It shall be the duty of the City Council to enforce the provisions of this charter. Now I'm going to tell you, this charter has been violated over and over and over again by the people that are supposed to enforce the provisions of this charter. Why? Because they've never read it. They have no idea what the laws and rules are of the city. But come next month, they're going to be begging you to vote for them again to sit in those seats. Now, if they haven't read it, and the mayor's been sitting up there for 5 years, if they haven't read it by now, that's this time, though. If they haven't read it by now, they have no intentions of reading it. So the respect comes from them to the people. No one has placed a gun to anybody's head to run. No one has placed a gun to anyone's head to sit up there. We, the people, vote for representatives to represent us. You are a servant. This is not a job. You never filled out an application, and it's part-time. And when they appoint people, we are not a part of that. The people are not a part of appointing whoever you appoint. So the respect does not come from us for that person. That person is supposed to respect you enough to let you know what's going on. But most of the time, you guys don't. None of you have ever accounted for that $300,000. And that's just something lately. And as far as like what's going on in the city, half of you don't even know. You don't even know. This man has control of almost every budget in the city of Compton. And that is unreal. But I appreciate the people that did listen. And now, when you have a violation or a complaint, you take it to the man that we're paying, the city attorney that was elected, not to the city manager. The job the city manager has to do hasn't been done.
The next speaker is Tanya.
Tanya Lewis, 1st District. I think you're doing a great job, City Manager, and I believe everybody in here except one. Okay, you're gonna hear that every week. But City Manager, we had the guy to come up and do a presentation. The law for parking went in effect January 2025. Am I right or wrong? 2025. No red curves have been painted in my neighborhood, and I haven't seen any outside of my neighborhood freshly painted red. The gentleman said that it would be $90, the ticket, right? So we lost some money. Did we not lose some money? Because the curves were supposed to be painted in January. Up to now, we 10 months late. Also, City Manager, I asked you about some equipment for the special need children for the park. You know, the rides, do you remember that? Did you ever get the equipment for the special need kids? Never seen a presentation on that. Did we ever get any equipment for the parks for special need children that live in the area? Okay. Now, I did see, I wasn't here last week, but I did see the council meeting, and I never did see anyone come up here as far as a developer, anyone on 134th Street, which you asked the manager to ask the guy to come. I watched it, and nobody ever said anything about 134th Street, and they still tearing up the lot. So that's why we get irritated, because we don't get a response back from you guys. It only takes a few minutes to tell us what's going on in our area. Tuesday to Tuesday, nobody said anything. Like I said, I watched it. Now, you guys do a lot of secret stuff that the citizens don't like. We don't like it because we want to be a part of what's going on. And hopefully, nobody is going to be so secretive that another structure is coming up in the area where I live. Because, like I said, you guys get these developers, you talk amongst yourselves, but we the one that put you in office. So if we put you in office and trusted you, I think the respect is to let us know what's going on in our area. And that's for every council person that's sitting up there. Even the mayor needs to be around.
Mr. City Manager, I believe when that was spoke about at the City Council, someone did explain, I think that's private property. Am I correct with the area where she's talking about? So do we have any information as to what is being built on that property?
Mayor, we'll bring that back to you in a subsequent meeting.
Okay. Thank you. The next speaker is Missy.
It's good to have freedom of speech. Good evening, Council, City Mayor, Manager, and Clerk. Today, I want to piggyback on what I discussed last week. And like one of the residents just said, it's secretive. I want to know why, and it's my tax dollars like everybody else, that Trevina authorized a payment for Spicer to have a vehicle in the parade last year. I want to know why. It's our tax dollars. Is she authorized to just give money out like Trump do in the White House? Just give it away any kind of way she chose to do? Because it is our tax dollars. So we need to know why. Because each and every one of you guys up there receive a budget. So if you want a vehicle, spend it out of your own money. It's not our obligation. Also, I want to talk about the taxes. Since I'm speaking on that, I did look at my tax bill and I did notice that the school board and the Compton College payment did decrease. Between the two of them together from last year to this year, I think it's roughly $125. So look at your tax bill and compare from last year to this year. Mayor, in August, I asked you about Nibbles and Thoughts. We gave them $106,000. And I never seen any results on what they did for the city. They're supposed to be in the park doing some type of therapy with the kids, the parents, or whatever. All I seen was flyers, but I don't know how they ended up with $106,000. And they never came back and told us exactly. Now, I asked you that, but you never respond back to me. Never. There's too many nonprofit organizations up and rising in the 2nd District. Some of them is from the last prior administration, and they need to decease. We don't need all these nonprofits. What are they doing? They're profiting for themselves. I see that all the time. That needs to stop. Proposition 50 is coming, so I'm asking everybody to vote yes. Yes on Proposition 50. Now, also I want to mention in District 2, Ludus Park, there's a nonprofit called L7 that's over there. Andre Spicer, when are they going to start paying rent to that building? Because when you brought them along, you stated, why are you dropping your head? Trump. I don't like that. Because you stated out of your own mouth that they would be bringing in revenues to the city to rent out that gym. But they own that gym.
The next speaker is Fidel.
Good evening, Council. Fidel Marquez, District 1. My question tonight is why are we entertaining Craig Cornwell? Mr. Cornwell cost the city thousands, maybe millions. What happened to the case that was against the city with Mr. Cornwell for stealing a man's weed and his money? What happened to that case? This man was appointed to fulfill someone's agenda, deceive the residents on prop. And we want to entertain this man? What is this case costing the taxpayers? Is my question, because we ask and we don't hear anything, but it's costing us money. Next question. This SB for the crossing, state mandate, also with the tape around the stoplights. Those are state mandated, but we kind of brush that to the side, and it's a safety issue. But we want to comply with housing. We want to jump the gun when it comes to housing, put more bodies in the city. But when it comes to safety, it can wait. Follow the money, people. I brought up SB 79. Governor signed it. 3 days later, Bill Asalee, Fed DA, arrests 2 developers for homeless housing. That had to do with SB 79. Our neighboring city, Hawthorne, 2 days before had a council meeting, closed session. Their city manager was negotiating a building lot for housing. Coming out of closed session, the city attorney resigns abruptly, gave his resignation, said he was quitting because of the backdoor deals. He was already alerted what the feds were doing. And that's all I see here going on in this city. Stevie Wonder could see right through it. So we need to start watching what we're doing, because the feds are coming. I can guarantee you that. They're coming. And a lot of you are too old to be going to jail.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to make a comment, would like to speak? Madam City Clerk, that's the end of our audience comments.
Thank you. Madam Mayor, we move to the consent agenda.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
So move. Second.
Thank you. Roll call, Madam City Clerk. Consent items are routine and expected to be non-controversial. They will be acted upon by the council at one time without discussion unless a council member requests an item to be removed or discussed. Is there any items on here that you would like to have removed or discussed? If so, from the council? No? Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Duhart,
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer,
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers,
Yes.
Councilmember Darton,
Yes.
Mayor Sharif.
Yes.
Now we move to the regular agenda. Number 5, under new business, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Compton approving a budget amendment to the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget, authorizing the city manager to enter into a 3-year agreement for global positioning system, GPS, software monitoring and services with Forward Thinking Systems, LLC, in an annual amount of $23,265.60.
Is there a motion?
I'm not finished.
Oh, I thought you.
with 2 one-year extension options, and to establish a purchase order with Forward Thinking Systems LLC in an amount not to exceed $46,531.20. I'm finished.
Thank you. Oh, boy. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second, thank you. Discussion? No? Oh. Roll call, Madam City Clerk?
Councilmember Duhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers?
Yes.
Councilmember Darton?
Yes.
Mayor Sharif?
Yes.
We move to item number 6, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Compton adopting the update to the city's emergency operations plan.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yeah, where's the plan? We gonna get a presentation or what?
Here they come.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and City Council members. My name is Jaime Guerrero. I'm your Emergency Management Coordinator here for the City of Compton. I've got a very short presentation on the city's emergency plan revision that was conducted with the assistance of Mr. David Ashman, the Area E Coordinator, DMAC, for our area, Area E. In reviewing the plan, I'd like to share a little bit of background on the emergency operations plan. The current existing plan was adopted by the City Council back in 2012. And before that, there were many other plans that had been approved and improved over the years. So just recently, we had the opportunity to review this plan and include some new revisions, some new forms, and some updates. The EOP is something very important to remember, that it's a living document. It is continuously improving with new improvements in technology, in systems, and in procedures with the different departments that we have. The Emergency Operations Plan provides guidance and procedure for city staff to respond to and recover from large-scale emergencies. It gives us a pathway on how to do it properly so that it can assure that when it comes time to apply for reimbursement for those expenses in labor and materials, that we have a great opportunity to get all of those expenses reimbursed through FEMA. It's important to remember that it facilitates the multi-jurisdictional and interagency coordination in emergency operations. And that includes interacting with our neighboring cities, with the County of Los Angeles, and with other counties throughout the state. If there's ever a need that we can reach out to our partners, we can reach out to Mr. Ashman, and he can help us coordinate resources if needed here in the City of Compton. It's important to also remember that it integrates the goals and the mitigating actions of the local hazard mitigation plan that was recently approved. So that information has also been included in the emergency operation plan. The EOP is a multi-agency interface. It's in line with the plans of the County of Los Angeles, the state plan, and also federal plans. It complies with local and state laws and federal laws. And it also follows the guidance of the National Incident Management System, the Incident Command System, and also SEMS. The plan is separated into 2 sections. You have a base plan, and you also have an EOC coordination plan. In part 1, the base plan, it provides a concept of operations for an all hazards response. So it is broad in nature, and it's meant to be that way so that it's flexible in approaching whatever type of emergency the city may encounter in the future. It also contains emergency response and proclamation processes to facilitate those procedures and processes for city staff and also for the city council and city manager in case we do have to declare an emergency in the future. And it also outlines the direction, control, and the coordination of mutual aid. The second part of the emergency plan is the EOC management portion. That's the one that has had the most improvements recently, and you'll see a variety of job aids that are included in that section. And it's a guide for managing the Emergency Operations Center by city staff. Those job aids provide staff a variety of information on what their duties are, important things to remember during an EOC activation, and those electronic forms also have direct links to the specific EOC forms that are required to be filled out, completed by that position during every shift. If approved, the goal is to work with city staff to conduct regular trainings and drills using the EOP, the information in the EOP, so that city staff is very familiar on the Emergency Operations Center operations, very familiar with their responsibilities in the EOC, the forms that are also required to be completed, and to be ready to handle any type of emergency in the future. And I'd like to open it up for any questions, and I have the opportunity to introduce Mr. David Ashman, our Area E DMAC coordinator.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of the council, city leadership. Are there any questions I can answer for you?
Yes. Where's the plan? And is it customized for Compton, not a general plan? Meaning, does it address our railways, our airport, freeways, underground pipelines, et cetera, et cetera? And it's never been presented to the council, so if we had a huge incident here, nobody's gonna know what to do. What's the trigger point? Who's the incident management team? Does it address all of it? Because I haven't seen it.
Over the last couple of years, I've worked very closely with Compton Fire, the chief, his team, and members of the safety committee, and we've outlined a plan for you people. I personally wrote many of the documents myself. I delivered that to the team about a month ago. I'm sure that the details can be shared with you. We changed the focus of the emergency operations plan to really focus on roles, responsibilities, and outcomes. What will the best solution be? It is very customizable to the Compton way. Whatever Compton priorities are, whatever Compton needs are, the plan can be adapted to by going through the experts in our fire, our law branch, our public works, and others, using their skills and abilities to best respond to the situation and then set it up so that the city manager can take it over and restore whatever the new normal will be for the city of Compton.
We've still never seen that document. There has to have been a draft or something to say what's normal for Compton. I mean, I personally would like to have seen it, but the council needs to know the ramifications and understand that document. And if there's an incident, what are we supposed to do? What is the trigger point? Somebody's got to notify council, city manager, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's got to be somewhere for us to have looked at versus adopting a document that I'd never seen before.
That's the chief.
Renerick Simpson, Fire Chief. The process in this particular role, first of all, it was stated before that Compton did not have an emergency operating plan. That was not true. Compton has always had an emergency operating plan. 2012, signed by, at that time, Mayor Perry. So it's been on the books. That's where we pulled the operating plan from. We then, before you can do an upgrade on an operating plan, you have to have a current hazardous mitigation plan. The reason you have a hazardous mitigation plan is because you have to identify what are the hazards, because the hazards can change over time. So every 5 years, you have a hazardous mitigation plan. The hazardous mitigation plan was done for the city of Compton in the middle of 2023. The problem was the city of Compton never got it approved through FEMA. They only got it approved through the state of California. So now I had to turn around and get that approved through FEMA. After getting that approved, now we can move forward with updating the emergency operating plan. The procedure in that is, the first thing that I did was we didn't just bring this up out of thin air and say, woof, this is what we're gonna do. What we did was we painstakingly updated based on the hazardous mitigation plan that we got. We then sent that through DMAC, the Disaster Management Area Coordinator, who we invited to come here and ask and answer any questions. He then edited that document back and forth, made revisions. After that passed his approval, we then sent it through the City of Compton's Safety Commission.
Okay, let me stop you, Chief.
Sure.
Safety Commission or not, whether it's 2012 or 2029, I've never seen this document. And again, my question was pretty simple. Who's the incident management team? If this is a painstaking exercise, who are those bodies?
Okay, again, the way
You
this
just
goes,
mentioned NIMS.
No.
and
I'm trying to answer your question. I mean, if you want me to answer your question, I will, and that will break down what you are saying. Because what you're saying is that an EOP plan has to be catered specifically to the city of Compton, therefore identifying this person does this and that person does that. That is not how an emergency operating plan is. That is how our EOGs and SOPs.
Okay, Chief Simpson, you just slapped me in the face, okay?
No, I did not. I answered your
You
question.
just slapped me in the face, Chief.
I
I
answered
didn't
your
want to go there with this, but you danced around this over and over and over. You don't have the one from 2012 or wherever in the future. By now, if the city of Compton has been ready, answering who the incident management team is should be a very simple answer. You don't have to explain all these details about EOPs and EOCs, because the bottom line is, if an incident happens, we have to activate that EOC. There should be a trigger point, which there are notifications that go out to individuals. The council has to be noted. The council has to be trained as well. It didn't happen.
Okay.
There's no council member up here that can tell you anything about the incident command system.
I beg to differ. I will absolutely ask you right now to ask your colleagues, did they not attend an EOC class? Wait a minute. I'm answering your question, because what happens here is I sit here and I try my best to answer your questions with much due respect. Absolutely, I don't get that in reverse from you. So what I am doing here, sir, is I'm answering your question. The question that you just posed to me was, no one up here had any opposite.
You guys have all your certs. You're comfortable.
I answered the question, Chief.
Okay.
Good evening, Council, Deputy Chief Donald. So when you say activate the EOC, it's going to be the fire department staff along with the city manager. Those are the people that's going to be running the EOC.
So
the fire department staff, myself, the EOC coordinator, and the city manager. And those consist of finance, logistics, operations, and planning.
So the finance would come from this, not the fire department.
It's going to come through the city manager. He's going to be in charge of the EOC center, along with the fire chief and the EOC coordinator.
And all of that was, if I am in error, I will apologize right now, but I know for a fact that each council member up there went through an EOC training at the EOC Center, where we not only broke down the training, A, B, C, D, all the way to Z, we brought out the equipment, we brought out everything that the city of Compton has to operate if something happens right now. We also turned around and we have an alerting system. I stated before that the previous alert system we had only had 450 some people signed up in the whole city. We have turned around. You all approved the new alerting system that now has 39,400 residents that are signed up to be notified. We are currently working right now with IT to send 39,400 people a test introducing the new city's alert system, which will go along with this EOP that is on the agenda for tonight, that was also approved by the Safety Commission for the city of Compton. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know any other way to say it. It's not being disrespectful. I'm answering your question.
Thank you. I wasn't being disrespectful to you, Chief.
I was
the
not
council's
being
the one that approves it
disrespectful.
over the Safety Commission.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you do have a safety council, a safety commission, right? So what we did was did the proper thing by getting it approved through the Safety Commission. Once they approve it, then we bring it to the council, because then the council then looks at the document, or they look at the stuff and they say, it has been approved by DMAC, it has been approved by our Safety Commission. Now we can go from there to see if it's approved through us. And if a document was not received by you all, it is our error. And we will provide you all a document because we were under the impression that it was there. So it got accidentally or whatever, you all didn't get it. More than happy to provide a document. More than happy to provide a document. It's about 100 and some pages. It's a very detailed emergency operating plan.
I would like
I
to see
can
it.
again
I'm sure the rest of
reiterate to the residents, the city of Compton, contrary to whatever is being said, is extremely ready for any emergency that may come up. And I speak that with confidence. When I'm wrong, I apologize. When I'm right, I'm standing on ground, and I'm standing ground.
Just want to see the document, Chief.
Absolutely, we'll provide that for you. I think one has already been emailed to you, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll provide the council with a document. Any other questions?
For now, that's all I have.
Thank you so much, Chief. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Chief, let me say thank you, and to your staff, and to all of the people that's here this evening regarding this plan, because I know this was something that was very much concerned.
Okay, could I answer one question?
Yes.
Because the question came up, where do we go? And I understand that would be a question that would be of concern. This is the thing that the EOC coordinator stated. An EOP plan is fluent, and it's fluent for a reason. If you sit back and say, we all gonna meet up at this door in an earthquake. Well, what if the door is in the earthquake? So for that reason, it has to be fluent. So part of that process and procedure is the EOC has the rules, the regulations that all of you all went through that class, and they will implement that process. And at that time, whatever the incident is will be evaluated on its merit, depending on what that incident is. That's the reason why every incident is fluid, for that very reason. Because what we don't want to do is teach people that this is where you need to go, and then we sending them to their death, because that's where the problem is. So that's the reason why they're fluent. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there, Madam City Clerk, roll call, please?
Councilmember Duhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers?
Yep.
Councilmember Darton?
Yes.
Mayor Sharif?
Yes.
Now we move to council comments.
Where am I? We're going to start with District 4, Councilwoman Darton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. On Wednesday, October the 15th, my office attended the Lower LA River Restoration and Access Project, which is a significant environmental and community initiative aimed at revitalizing the Lower Los Angeles River in California Restoration and Access Project. On Saturday, October the 18th, I attended the town hall meeting human trafficking, and public safety concerns. It was held at Star King Elementary School, Long Beach, Long Beach, in Long Beach. The city of Long Beach is dedicated to addressing this illegal street activity rather than simply shifting the problem to other cities and unincorporated areas. It was an all-hands-on-deck meeting with dozens of management staff members, law enforcement, council leaders, and the mayor of Long Beach. On Monday, October the 20th, I attended the United Against Hate Roundtable via Zoom that included over 100 cities in California dedicated to elevating local civic action to stop hate and biases. The United Against Hate campaign began in 2018 in California, and this year's campaign takes place from October the 19th through October the 25th. The roundtable was moderated by Randy Joel, Legislative Director, City Clerk Temecula, and LaTanya Bello, City Manager of Embryville. Thank you to Republic for being so supportive to the volunteers of Compton Initiative and Bright Lights of Compton cleanup in the 4th District this past Saturday at Faith Community Church. Pastor Timothy Chambers delivering the roll-off dumpsters for the street foliage and debris taken from the city-owned vacant lot behind the church. On Thursday, October the 23rd, I will be attending the 15th Annual Justice Jam Resilience hosted by the Community Lawyers, a nonprofit organization at the Dollarhide Community Center. On Saturday the 25th, I will be attending the grand opening of the Children's Institute located at 701 North Wilmington Avenue. And again, I want to ask our residents to please, with all your bulky items, call Republic 48 hours in advance before putting out your bulky items. Their number is 800-299-4898. Again, that number for bulky item pickup is 800-299-4898. And I would like to ask the community to save the date, November the 15th, 2025. Amber Pleasant will be celebrating her 10th year anniversary in business, and she's located there at Compton Boulevard in Acacia. On next Wednesday, the Compton Human Trafficking Task Force will be, and it is sponsored by the Restoration Division Services. They will be meeting here at Dollarhide from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. That is next Wednesday, October 29, 2025. And I would welcome Mr. Tony Ward back. He's been away for a while. He's over our code enforcement. Happy to see him back. And I would like to close in memory of Mr. Johnny B. Matthews. He is the father of Sandra Moss, Compton Unified School District Board member. Mr. Matthews lived in Linwood for 52 years, and he ran an ice cream truck business here in the city of Compton throughout the 1980s. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Next speaker will be Councilman Bowers.
Thank you. I just want to start off, someone mentioned about the ordinance for confiscating your car for the street takeovers. Compton has an ordinance that we can confiscate your car. It's not for 30 days, it's to confiscate your car, but it's got to be filed on. I want to recognize Sunny Cove Phases 1, 2, and 3 Block Club for showing appreciation to our Parks and Recreation staff earlier today by serving them lunch. I also want to acknowledge our Parks and Recreation team for their ongoing commitment to providing quality programming and activities that keep our community connected and engaged. I'd also like to congratulate the Compton Kids Club for proudly representing the city of Compton at the Global Expo in Botswana, the Global Expo Botswana Fashion Show in Botswana, Africa. That was earlier this month. Their participation helped to build new international relationships and showcase the extraordinary talent that exists right here in our city. Additionally, the Compton Kids Club will hold auditions for their upcoming holiday production this Saturday October 25th, beginning at 10 a.m. The location is being finalized, but these interested can contact Dr. Fred Martin at 888-316-6668. That's 888-318-6668 for details. I encourage young people between the ages of 14 and 25 to come out and share their talent. As always, I remain focused on the business of the city through professionalism, accountability, and community unity. We continue building a stronger and better connected Compton. Thank you. Have a safe evening.
Councilman Spicer.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I typically don't respond to outlandish accusations, but I think I'll take the time to respond to a couple. As it relates to the assistant city manager purchasing my vehicle last year, if you guys remember last year around this time, the city council did not have credit cards. So whenever we need to purchase flights, hotel, or rental cars, it goes through the city manager's office. It just so happened that we put a dent in the vehicle that we rented that was charged to the ACM's credit card. The insurance eventually kicked in, but before the insurance kicked in, I wrote her a check from my campaign to reimburse her because I didn't want her to have to pay for my error. She never submitted the check, it was never cashed, and if you was able to read a 460 form, you would clearly understand that. As it relates to L7 nonprofit, it is an after-school program that I fully support. It is started in that community, by that community. As it relates to a lease, I have nothing to do with anyone's lease agreement. That goes through the city manager's office. So if there's a lease that you want to look into, I think that you have the right to do that. It has nothing to do with me, but I am in the full support of that particular program as it's an after-school program. They pick up children from school every day. They have several programs that they offer to those children. So I will always support any program that is to the benefit of our residents in the community, the city of Compton. And to further talk about those things, I'll be doing weekly lives on my social media. I haven't done it in a while, but I'll do it on Wednesdays following the council meeting just to recap the council meetings and why I vote the way I do, or you guys may have any questions and concerns that I can address directly. That's that. As it relates to upcoming events and events that's going on, the EPCU, which is the Entrepreneur Pathway for Urban Communities, has returned with their 7-week business course. It ends on November 22nd. They also have a 10-month mentorship along with one-on-one counseling. If you need any more information as it relates to the EPCU, you can contact my office, my liaison, T. Spears at ComptonCity.org. On October 26th, I will be hosting a Halloween skate contest at Wilson Park. There'll be free goodies, snacks, skateboards, and best costumes competitions. If you are interested in showing up, please pull up to Wilson Park. Address is 123 North Rose Avenue. That is from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. If you need any more information, again, contact my office, T. Spears at ComptonCity.org. Also, another Halloween event that I'll be hosting in conjunction with L7, Fathers and Mothers Who Care, and a couple other organizations, Dior Sunset. We'll be doing a haunted house, a trunk or treat at Luthers Park on Halloween night. We'll start at 4 p.m. and end at 9 p.m. The address is 1500 Rosecrans Avenue in the city of Compton. And we'll have food, games, fun. There will be treats, candy, and we'll be having a movie in the park. We'll be watching Beetlejuice live on Halloween night. On November 19th, we'll have a nonprofit basic workshop continues Wednesday, October 27th at the Dollar High Community Center from 1 to 4. This session will cover donor platforms and CRM tools, overviews of donor database and automatic tools. For more information, contact my office, T. Spears at ComptonCity.org. For Thanksgiving, I'll be hosting 2 events. On November 22nd, we will be doing a turkey giveaway at a pocket park in my district. It doesn't actually have a name, but some of you guys may know the address as 211 North Long Beach Boulevard, which sits between Compton Boulevard and Palmer on Long Beach Boulevard. It's right next door to the Flow Liquor Store. We'll be doing a drive-through situation, so you'll just drive through, pick up your turkey along with all your trimmings, and you can continue to move forward. We'll also host a Sunday dinner with our block clubs. We will work with every block club in our district. We're blocking off the street. We're bringing out tables and chairs. We're going to set up the street with, we're going to decorate the street. We're going to bring out the entire block to come out and have dinner amongst each other. We'll provide all the food and the catering. All you have to do is show up. That will be at McMillan. That will be at Rose, Tucker, Orchard, and as well as Sloan Avenue. Details will be posted on my social media, and it will be posted on the city's website. Lastly, I want to thank Centennial Class of 1985 for inviting me to be their keynote speaker at their class reunion this past Saturday. It was an honor and a blessing to be asked to be a keynote speaker, and I was just blessed to be there. I think that covers all of my announcements. You all have a wonderful evening. God bless you, and good night.
Councilwoman Duhart.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I attended Laity Sunday at First United Methodist Church, where Mayor Emma Sharif served as the guest speaker. Mayor Sharif delivered an inspiring message on the parable of the persistent woman from Luke chapter 18, verses 1 through 8, reminding attendees of the power of faith, perseverance, and prayer. The African American Male Wellness Agency is hosting the 2025 Black Men's Health and Wellness Celebration on Saturday, October 25th from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Irvin Magic Johnson Park located at 905 East El Segundo Boulevard. This exciting event will feature a 5K walk and run, free health screenings, fitness activities, wellness resources, and more, all in a supportive and family-friendly environment. Doors open at 7 a.m. For more information or to register, visit eventbrite.com/e/2025-black-men's-wellness-Los-Angeles. That's a lot.
Yes, yes.
Go to the tape and find it. Join the Greater Zion Church family in partnership with Holy Revival Church and Trinity Chapel Life Center for their 2025 Harvest Fest Day, October 31st, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The event will take place at 2408 North Wilmington Avenue. This family-friendly celebration will feature games, food, jumpers, music, and fun for children of all ages. Come out and enjoy an evening of safe, festive activities with the community. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and no one should face breast cancer alone. In support of this vital cause, Neighborhood Housing Services is offering free mammograms to qualifying participants. The next screening will take place Saturday, November 1st from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 1051 West Rosecrans Avenue. We encourage everyone to take advantage of this opportunity and help spread the word so our community members can receive the care they deserve. For more information, contact area code 844-426-3926. And as a reminder, men get breast cancer as well.
That's right.
October is a month of awareness and action. It serves as National Bullying Prevention Month, a time to promote kindness, inclusion, and respect in our schools, workplaces, and communities. It is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month, a time to raise awareness about domestic violence, honor survivors, and highlight resources for those in need. For support and guidance on bullying, visit stopbullying.gov or call 800-232-4636. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 800-799-SAFE or extension, or 7233. Or visit the hotline.org for confidential support. Let's stand together as a community to create safe, supportive, and respectful environments for everyone. Please be advised that due to the federal government shutdown, CalFresh benefits may not be available for the month of November. We strongly encourage all recipients to continue submitting your semi-annual report, SAR 7, and renewal forms to ensure you receive your benefits as soon as they become available. If you require immediate food assistance, please visit lafoodbank.org for resources and support. I'd like to thank all of you for coming out this evening. Your presence, input, and commitment to staying informed, speaking up, and working together help strengthen our community and propel our city forward. And in closing, always remember to eat, shop, and buy Compton, a safe, clean, and friendly city. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Oh, before you go,
Yes.
somebody made a comment that we do not read the city charter. I've read the city charter. I bring the city charter with me every Tuesday when I come to council meeting. So I just want you to know, I read the city charter. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. On Thursday, October the 16th, I attended the State of the Black LA presented by the Urban League, which featured a progress report on racial equity and 3 insightful panel discussions focused on economic stability, health, and immigration. I really want to thank that staff, amazing job. That all 3 of the panels was excellent. And I really want to thank them for actually bringing this forward. And this is not the first time, but this one here, I think, really set a precedence for them moving forward. On Saturday, October the 18th, Compton Unified School District, in partnership with Compton Initiative and the Compton 125 Society, hosted a school beautification day at Mayo Elementary School, a wonderful example of community collaboration and pride in our schools. Mayo Elementary is now turning 100 years old, and I really want to thank my liaison, Brittany Espinosa, for actually attending that event for me because I wasn't able to attend. That same day, my office attended a town hall on human trafficking. There she was go again. They were there along Long Beach Boulevard. One of the things I wanted to see is that I'm looking at the connection, for us to continue to make the connection there with Long Beach, the city of Long Beach, especially along that borderline there on Artesia, because we are all both having difficult times there when it comes to this human traffic issue. So I really want to appreciate them actually coming together and continuing this tri-city collaborative that started a while back. I really want to thank them for continuing to do that, because I believe with all 3 of these cities, Linwood, the city of Compton, and the city of Long Beach, working together, I think that gives us an opportunity to bring a lot of this under control. And I really want to say thanks to them. And Ms. Darden, I appreciate you attending that event. Also on October the 18th, I attended the homegoing celebration for Mr. Eddie C. Johnson, the beloved husband of Dr. Lestine Johnson. We honor his memory and the lasting contributions of the Johnson family to our community. And upcoming events on Wednesday, October the 29th, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Dollar High Community Center, the City of Compton, in partnership with the Restoration Diversion Services, will relaunch the Compton Human Traffic Task Force. Now that is something I really appreciate. That task force really did a lot of help there along that strip. So I'm really happy about them, about that, the task force being relaunched, and that we provide services again here for the city of Compton. So I would say this is an RFP-only event. To secure your spot, please see the flyer in the lobby or contact Deidre Handy at 310-971-8367. And in closing, I want to thank you for your continued dedication to the city of Compton. Let's keep lifting each other up, staying engaged, and working together toward our stronger community. Wishing you all a safe and peaceful evening, and we see you next Tuesday.
Madam Mayor, can you please remind the citizens about the subscription links, the YouTube channel, as well as the workshop next week on the OPED taxes?
The OPED taxes, that's one of the things that we're working on here at the city, Compton, dealing with the OPED taxes. And so we really want to make sure that you guys, there's a workshop that's going to be held next week here. What time is that workshop, Madam City Clerk?
It's at 4:30 p.m.
At 4:30 p.m., right before the city council meeting. And we also have, remind all of you that we do have this meeting, our city council meetings now is being showed on YouTube. So please share that information with all your neighbors and friends, and let them, so they can join in on the meeting and everything. So thank you so much.
Subscription link.
And the subscription links. That is going to be great, because that give you don't have to really watch it on YouTube. You can watch it.
No, the subscription link is where the citizens can sign up to receive information.
You receive all information. All information that we have, events and everything from the city. If you can sign up with all the subscription links, you can now be able to get all of that information. That's a way for us to try to get more information out to the community, because a lot of times things are happening in the city and you know nothing about it. So this way we're trying to make sure that we be able to get just distribute more information to our community. Thank you. Madam City Clerk,
we move
motion
to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk, roll call.
Councilmember Duhart,
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer, Councilmember Bowers.
Yes.
Councilmember Darton,
Yes.
Mayor Sharif.
Yes.
You adjourn at 7:00 p.m.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk.
Thank you.